Are home prices poised for a correction? According to recent studies and opinions from some real estate experts, there's concern that home prices have risen to unsustainable levels, so there's only one way for them to go, and that's downward. Is a price correction in our future, and if it is, would that be a good or bad thing for our market? Here to answer that question is Wink News real estate expert Denny Grimes and team at Keller Williams Realty. Now, Denny does advertise on our station, but that has no bearing on this segment. Good morning, Denny.
Good morning, Taylor.
Thanks for being with us. So tell us what's being said and what's your opinion on home prices here in Southwest Florida?
Well, it's certainly that everyone seems to have an opinion on the prices, and we've been tracking that, have been talking about it on this segment for the last several months. So I'm going to highlight a couple of different articles that have just come out, one that I agree with kind of, and one that I don't really agree with. And I think this is good information for buyers and sellers in Southwest Florida. Number one is the Fortune article came out that said, this was the title, that home prices are finally decelerating and there's more to come. Kind of an interesting thing. So what they're saying is, and we've been saying the same thing, and this is what I agree with, the skyrocketing prices we've had over the last 12 months are slowing. However, there's still upward pressure. And even in Southwest Florida, where you see basically the first 6 months of Lee County, home prices were up 10%. Now, the last 5 months, they've only been up 5%. Collier County is on a different trajectory. They were 16% up in the first 6 months of the year. And Taylor, now they've slowed to just a 3% increase. So that article is accurate. Prices are up. However, they're not shooting up near as fast as they were. And that's probably good news for our market.
Yeah, absolutely. What a big difference down there in Collier County. Very interesting. Now, Denny, one of the studies said that Southwest Florida's homes were overvalued by 35%. Is that true?
Yeah, well, this is the one I don't agree with that much. I mean, a couple of university professors and economists got together and did a study, and they looked at the top 25%, top 25 markets that had the overpriced, from a percentage standpoint. Guess what? Fort Myers, Naples was number 3 on the list, being overvalued by 35%. That's kind of an interesting article, meaningless, because if you compare it to certain things, it could be like maybe to mistletoe, it's up 35%. However, the interesting thing is, and I lived through 2005 when the market went nuts and then it bubble burst, is that our market is rational, not irrational. So if you had people out there doing irrational buying and throwing money at properties and driving prices up on an irrational basis, then it would be overvalued. However, people that are buying the homes are using them and they're buying responsibly. And so the market value is the market value. And Fort Myers and Naples, although we've seen a rise in price, Taylor, we are not overvalued relative to the demand. So I don't really agree a lot with that article, although it was kind of fun to read.
All right, Denny, thank you so much for your expertise in joining us. We'll see you next time.